What is going on, wonderful people today? Oh my god, you just see my ankles, that's crazy. So I was sitting down the other day and I was writing down on my notepad some video ideas for this channel. And I was thinking, for a video idea, artists who I think need to drop a project this year to basically stay relevant. And I've got on my list here, written down, Jid the Metro tape, I need that right now, ASAP Rocky. Baby Keem, Playboy Carti, and last but not least, I've written down j.cole, because I feel like they fall off. I mean, he's been teasing this album for about 10, 15 years at this point. It feels like I'm going to have grandchildren before I see this thing. But he has been hyping the ish out of this album for so long. We haven't heard a single. It feels like this guy's promoting this into the dirt. He's not even. So Mr. Jermaine, he has been promoting the fall off. How long has he been promoting the fall off for now? Like since like 2017, 2018? It has been a long time either way. And as it so happens, on Friday there, my man Jermaine decided to drop on the most j.cole way possible. He dropped on like some blog website or something like that. I don't actually know where he dropped a single called Clouds, or Sea Louds, because Louds is capital. Either way, I've given this track a lot of listens in the past 5-ish days. I have listened to this track a lot, and I want to have a conversation about j.cole, because, and after listening to this track a good amount of times, I want to have a conversation about where does j.cole stand in the community right now, and are we going to see the fall off project in the next year? Because, so I want to have a conversation about j.cole and where he stands in the community right now, because I don't feel like I'm the only person who has mixed opinions on j.cole right now, and I feel like there's a conversation to be had about where this guy stands now in the community. And it's not even about this big three, top three artists with Drake and Kendrick. I think it's something bigger than that in it. I think that this is nothing to do with the beef. The beef is settled. I feel like the beef is over. Whenever this lawsuit's done with Drake, the beef is done. We don't really want to drag it out, you know what I'm saying? But either way, I think there's a conversation to be had there, and I want to have a little chat about j.cole, you know? I want to see what you all think. I want to process what I'm thinking personally as well, because I'm really enjoying this new track, and I want to see more like this from j.cole. That is one thing I want to put out there. I'm not hating at all in any manner. So here's the dilemma. So we've got j.cole. j.cole is an artist who has been active for the past, how long has he been active? Like 10 plus years? It's been a long time, okay? Maybe 2009 this guy's been active, let's say that. There has been so many conflicts among his generation, especially between competition between Kendrick, Drake, j.cole in the past 10 years, that has elevated these guys to heights that they are far above other people in that generation. I would say they're the only rappers who have become as big as Jay-Z, Biggie, Tupac, the people who came before them. And honestly, and there's a reason that these three guys are the face of this generation of rap, of their own generation, you know what I'm saying? So why is it that I feel like he's the most hard to define among the big three, let's say. We've got Drake, who is an undeniable hitmaker. So many hits, so many Billboard #1s, etc, etc. I don't even need to list his accomplishments, you already know. But j.cole has commercial success, do not get me wrong. He has hits, massive hits. You have Wet Dreams, No Role Models. You have all these tracks who are bigger than the artist j.cole. I would assume even people know those tracks and actually don't know who j.cole is. So I'm not going to act like j.cole doesn't have anthems. j.cole has, I would say, a project which is very, very critically acclaimed. He has 2014 Forest Hills Drive, which is, I would put up as his definite best work. People say For Your Eyes Only is better. I disagree. I would say 2014 is a better album, better project, and it's a great album. But can we really say that he's got the accomplishments of a Drake or a Kendrick? For me personally, I would say no. I would say that j.cole does not have the accomplishments right now of a Kendrick or a Drake, and I don't think he even belongs in the GOAT status at all. Like, he's not even a contender for me. He has one album which I would consider a classic, and I have very strict definitions of what I would consider a classic album, so don't get me wrong. I wouldn't say Drake has many classics either, but I would say he has more than j.cole. But now we have a situation where there has been an album which has been teased for so long, and there is still a lot of hype surrounding it. Like, usually when an artist teases an album for that long, it will lose the hype, you know what I'm saying? Like, we've seen it with Carti's album, we've seen I Am Music 2024, that he built up so much hype last year around that album, and he didn't drop it in 2024 like he promised. And now people have just lost hype entirely. I see comment sections on Threads all the time where people are like, I'm not even interested anymore, I don't really care. He's putting up billboards here and there with like hidden messages, I don't even know. But at this point, a lot of people have lost hype, but I feel like with the fall off, people are still excited for that release. They feel like it's going to be an undeniable classic. And this is where it gets confusing for me, because I feel like at the level that J. Cole is rapping at right now, technically, I think you could definitely argue that he is lyrically, penmanship wise, the best in the big three, or even one of the best out right now, up there with, I don't know, like Black Thought. Like, he's that good with the pen. But there's a lot more to being a rapper to me than just having a good pen game or having good delivery or flows or beats or whatever. I feel like it's so much more a go artist than just having a great pen. However, when you look at, especially with this new single, I mean, if you listen to it, I feel like every reaction I've looked at, everyone who's listened to this track, it's the level he's got to it, very, very high level. I mean, I was sitting there, when it dropped, I was sitting on Friday like dissecting it as soon as it came out. I listened to it once, I had to listen over and try and understand what he was saying, which is a good thing because I enjoyed that, but some people don't enjoy that, so I understand why they don't like J. Cole, or they might think he's woke or pretentious or whatnot. But is the pen enough to keep you engaged as a listener? Is the pen, how far does the penmanship take you? That is my question to you. Is J. Cole an artist who is who he says he is? Because you can listen to a track like Clouds and say, oh, I'm going to turn artist to martyrs when I rock that's turned a goddess, or whatever he says, and think, oh well, is that really true? Because, well, you know why. Is that really true? Because I think from what we've seen, have you turned artists to martyrs, or have you backed out of rap battles, or what have you done? Because if you're not really who you are claiming to be in your music, then why as an artist, as a listener, should I believe what you're saying, the things that you're saying? You get what I'm saying? So that's always going to be a factor for me when I listen to an artist. Do I believe this person? When it comes to J. Cole, do I believe the things that he says? Probably not. Dissecting his music and his passion for the actual skill of rapping. But the one thing that I do believe about J. Cole, which is very appealing to me as a listener because I just love rap and I love the sport, is that he has a very intense passion for the pen and he loves to rap. There's no doubt. So after this rap beef, and I hate to bring it up because it's been a while since it's over now, and we know J. Cole apologised, and I don't hate him for it. It was his decision, he stayed true to himself. Some might say it's a mature thing, some might say he's friends with Kendrick warned him, whatnot. Either way, facts are that he backed out of this battle, and now he is still taking this stance of, oh, I am the best, I am turning artists to martyrs, you get what I'm saying? It's not fully in alignment of what he's claiming to be. So my issue with J. Cole right now is that people put him up with GOAT status and they say, oh, J. Cole is up there with one of the greats. He's up there with one of the greatest of all time. And when it comes to technical ability, he might well be one of the best with the pen to ever do it. He might reach the highest level, like Mario, but it's not a game. But I would say that J. Cole, if he had a skill tree for a rapper, he's put all his points into rapping ability and penmanship and passion for the actual rapping aspect of it. Somehow he still makes songs like Grippy though. Like, I'm sorry, how do you make Grippy as J? How does that actually happen? But we know that he's a good rapper. Can we call him a GOAT? That is my question as well. Can we call J. Cole a GOAT? I don't know how J. Cole could, personally for me, I don't know how he could drop an album that would top 2014 Forest Hills Drive. And also, what is the fall off? Because it seems like he already done fell off last year, but I'm so confused. It's very hard for me to collect my thoughts on this, but what the fall off is like Hove dropping Reasonable Doubt last. That's another quote that's floating about my head. What am I trying to say here? Like, okay, basically what I'm trying to say is, as a listener, I feel conflicted. I personally feel conflicted because I love J. Cole. I like who he is, I like aspects of what he portrays himself to be. I love dissecting his music. I love features that he does, especially his features. I mean, he has some of the greatest features that I have heard from any rapper. One of the standouts to me is on Benny the Butcher's song, Johnny P's Caddy. But then you also have people like Benny the Butcher who are just criticising Cole, saying, oh, this guy apologised in a rap battle, but now, you get what I'm saying, he's switched up now, saying, I'm the greatest, I'm turning artist to da-da-da. Which, I side with Benny on this one because he's staying true to himself in his music, and I like Benny the Butcher, I like Griselda, especially where they stand, so I can see where he's coming from when he's taking shots at J. Cole, even though he's got songs with J. Cole. But here's my thing, J. Cole, we need a single, we need something to convince your core audience that the fall off, A, coming at all, is actually going to drop, and B, that this album is something that we should be hyped about as a fan base. And listen, you don't need to convince your fan base that you are who you are because you already have a discography proving that you can rap. We want to know as a fan base, are you an artist who can A, talk the talk, and B, walk the walk? So please put out some art, put out a t-shirt, I don't care, put something out to do with the fall off. We need that. Either way, this is just a short conversation I wanted to have about J. Cole because, like I said, I'm very conflicted. I don't know where he stands for me right now, and I think once the fall off drops, I'll more be able to calculate where a person like a J. Cole stands for me in my rankings. And not everything needs to be ranked. Don't get it twisted like I'm this kind of person who's trying to put someone, oh, this is the number one goal, this is my number two. I just don't know where. I feel conflicted about J. Cole right now, and I need to process that. So J. Cole, please drop the fall off. Drop it very soon. Thank you. Either way, I'm your boy Mink, and this has been Pocket Talk, and this is just, I just thought I'd flip the cam on for a change and just start yapping, to be honest. This was not a scripted video, so I'm just winging it off the top, you get what I'm saying. But if you're a fan of J. Cole, I want to know, are you excited for the fall off? I hate to bring it up again, but has the beef changed how you see him? And I know it probably has. A lot of people are conflicted, even as core fans, like, it's crazy. But my final question is, do you think that the fall off will live up to the hype? Thank you so much for watching this video. I've been your boy Mink. If you enjoyed this one, if you're a fan of rap, please hit that subscribe button. I'm trying to grow this channel. I'm on 42 subscribers right now. And yeah, if you have a passion for rap, hip hop, anything, I'm a massive hip hop head, so hit that sub button because I'm going to blow up very soon. So you want to be here from day one, you want to be an OG, hit that sub button and show some support, and leave a comment down below what you think about J. Cole after this beef and after the single drop, because this, man, I think I'm stressing how good that single was. That's crazy. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Love you people, love you so much. Peace.